This takes so
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
so exciting, Jason. Sounds familiar?
Most exciting thing in the movie.
Well, sounds so familiar. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Granny's Peach Tea, episode 216. As our hunt continues through the Predator franchise, that brings us to 2018's The Predator. Not to be confused with Predators or Predator. None of that. We're in 2018, though. But thanks for joining us on this Monday evening. If you're joining us on the Facebook live stream, or if you're joining us on YouTube, or wherever you found your audio-only podcast, we always appreciate the support. Yes, I am Ed, and with me, as always, is Jason. Jason, what's up, man? What's going on?
Oh, same old same, rolling into Thanksgiving. I got a lot to be thankful for this year. I'm incredibly thankful I never have to watch this pile of crap again.
Oh my God!
But we'll save it. Let's see. What other craziness can
Tell
I
us
talk
how you
about?
really feel, Jason. Tell us how you
No,
really feel.
And I will. You wait till my son leaves this room, and I will. All right. There's a reason I had to curtail my language. Everybody. But this, Anyway, so Ed, it's. I got a couple days left before I'm done with work. Always love the Thanksgiving break. Just because it's a break. I mean, honestly, give me a break for anything. I'll take it. Always fun. I think I'm gonna start a new tradition. I think I'm gonna watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles this year, and I think I might watch that every year. I might do or every other year because no one has Thanksgiving movie traditions, and I think I should start one.
Yeah, I know some people were making the case for Spider-Man at one point, which I thought was hilarious because they have the one scene with the turkey and everything when Norman Osborn nips his finger and all of that, and he's smacked away by Aunt May. But it's a reach. I'll admit it.
It is. Look, I've said this before. Just because a movie takes place around a holiday does not make it a holiday movie.
True. This is not a Halloween movie.
Exactly.
Right. The Predator should not be a Halloween movie. That's
no. The Predator shouldn't be anything but a Predator movie. Which this is not, by the way. This is not a Predator movie. Let's just throw hands on the table right now. This is not a Predator movie. This is a Shane Black monstrosity.
All right, let's just get to it. Let's not mince words here, because I can tell you are scraping at the door, my friend, to talk about this movie.
Scraping at the door.
All right. So for those of you who have been with us these last weeks now, we have decided with the release of Predator Badlands that we decided to take a dive and look into the Predator franchise, the film franchise, and see how it's gone, because the Predator there are many comic books about the Predator. The Predator has even, fought many traditional comic book superheroes, like most recently Spider-Man and other Marvel heroes. And I know there's Predator kills the Marvel Universe right now, which I will probably get into because these wacky crossovers always kind of intrigue me to see where they get in. And he's fought Batman in the past and things like that. So, it's
Batman beat two Predators, my friend. Not one, but two.
Two simultaneously.
That's right.
Wow.
Well, no, not simultaneously. No. It was one after the other.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought
Because
he took down two Yacha.
I mean, look, I'm sure he could. It's Batman. Give him enough prep time. The man can do anything.
I get it. I get it. You know I don't disagree with you on any of that. I know like
I know.
Tim likes to give us a shit on this, but I did not read Spider-Man versus Predator though, but I absolutely plan to because Craven's involved in that, and it's definitely got me hyped up to get into that.
Yeah. Oh, Craven versus a Predator, man. I want that. I want that as a movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna. We'll see how we can get it around to you because I think you would probably have a lot of fun reading it too. Once you get a chance, but the Predator film franchise though, we've done Predator, we've done Predator 2. We jumped back into the current with Predator Badlands. Last week we did Predators, and now that we're at Predator from 2018. Which, Jason, this is the first time you have seen this film. Shane Black's. He's a co-writer and director of this film, and I know you
Yep.
are a Shane Black. Can I call you a Shane Black fan?
You could have up until I saw this movie.
Oh wow, now you're out.
I'm not out, but he's sullied for me. Look, I'm not kidding. This movie sullied a lot of people I had a lot of respect for. I walked away from this movie going, wow, Shane Black can be terrible. Key can be terrible. Key from Key and Peele, I thought that was a national treasure. No, he's stained to me right now. Everyone in this movie's got a stink on them now.
Oh man, that's damn. Because there is. All right, so your overall thoughts on this? We'll get back to the cast in a minute.
All right,
You clearly weren't too thrilled about it.
No, this was painful. This was painful. Like this, like I had the gall to sit here and throw an FU movie last year at Predators, and I gotta say, I'm sorry, Predators. Retraction. Okay, how dare I? How dare I throw that at a perfectly fun sci-fi romp in space when this is out there? This was awful. This was painful to watch. I hated this as much as I hated the Transformer movies, and anyone who watched me like masochistically hurt myself talking about those movies. I mean, I think it was one of the few movies that I literally openly drank whiskey on camera.
Yes, you did, and I think it was like the last night or something like that. I felt like it was as it was getting later in that franchise is when you were definitely drinking on camera.
Yes. So yeah, absolutely, because I hate they weren't fun. I mean, that's how I felt about this. It tries so hard and it fails on everything. Like the writing is terrible. The snappy dialogue is awful. The constant cursing, which I'm not a prude about that, but it was so oppressive that I was like, no one speaks like this. This is awful. Down to the horrible portrayal of soldiers with PTSD. And let me tell you something, PTSD doesn't give you Tourette's. Those are two very different disorders. There is down to the CGI. Ed, the CGI was awful.
Yeah, there's definitely some, and you wouldn't expect that from a 2018 movie, but yeah, some of the things in this movie do not look good at all.
No, this is a 2018 movie, and it's got graphics 10 notches up from Spawn, which, if you remember, was like one of the worst graphics we ever saw. I mean, I'm sorry, but Badlands, which was made, not Badlands, Predators, which was made, in 2010, like 8 years before this?
Yeah.
Looked way better than this movie.
I can't disagree with any of this, man. Like, this is the second time I've seen this movie in its entirety. I mean, I feel like I saw it in the theater, like, the first night it came out, because I was like, yeah, I was excited. A Predator movie was coming. And remember, at the time, I'm kind of like, all right, it's been 8 years since Predators. And Predators, I was cool with upon, the first couple of times I've seen it. This time, there was some egregious things that popped out to me. But this movie, I did not like immediately. Like, I remember leaving the theater pissed. I was so disappointed when I left this movie. And I'm like, what on earth did I just watch? Especially, like, the third act is just things. Things happen. Very conveniently, they keep happening. And it's not like they had me on board until then, but like the third act of this movie goes so far off the rails, it's insane.
Yeah. I 100%. I mean, what Ed? You think it's crazy that a Yautja had come here with the secret to cure pollution, so we could save our planet, and he was hunted down by the other bigger, crappier looking Yautja? You find that hard to believe? Ed, come on, that makes complete sense to me in this franchise.
Well, I mean, so I guess, yeah, let's get into the story before we jump into the cast and things like that, because there's a lot to say about the cast in this movie.
There is.
So, yeah, the overall story, essentially, with this movie is there is a predator that's gone rogue, and he seems to know about this plan that now we can call them Yautja after Badlands.
Mm-hmm.
The Yautja are planning to... They don't just go around and do trophies and stuff like that. That's not where they're collecting skulls and spines. It's basically to get the DNA and upgrade themselves and create like a perfect predator. And they know that that Earth is going to shit and is going to destroy itself. So they figure, let's go ahead and let's get some DNA now and collect them before we kill ourselves. And then once we kill ourselves, they're going to basically move into Earth because they can inhabit it then, because it'll no longer be inhabitable by humans. And then a larger super predator that's 11 feet tall, and I make sure that they tell you is 11 feet tall on numerous occasions in this film, is sent to Earth to stop that Yautja from giving us the secret to defend ourselves. And that is an armor, a nanotech armor conveniently called the Predator Killer, to defend ourselves. Now, Jason, did I miss anything here? That's the basic overall bones of this story.
No. That. Oh, don't forget that the pinnacle of evolution is an annoying kid with Asperger's or autism, and he's not annoying because of that. He's just an annoying. I found this acting. I found all the kid actors annoying. He wasn't the only one.
Yes, and apparently, yes, they make an interesting choice to basically say like the Yautja feel like this kid with Asperger's is the advancement in human evolution, and that's that line is dropped into the movie. And that's why they want
every
him
line
specifically. Yes,
it's just dropped in there,
like things that happen. So,
like the whole plot of evolution, where that's why I said this isn't a Predator movie. Where was any of this? No, it's one thing to take, okay, we have the Predator from the first one. We know Predators like to hunt. That's what we're going to do. Okay, you know what, Badlands? Let's do the hunt on a bigger scale. This is, forget everything you've seen before, because this ain't your mama's Predator. And it's this is no one's Predator. This is garbage Predator.
Well, I will also judge this movie for the most part based on the sequence it came out of, right? So we had Predator. Predator's here to hunt. Basic story, right? Straightforward. Sees Arnold as the alpha, wants to take that down. They continue that in Predator 2, expanding upon it. We see multiple Predators. We see that they've been here multiple times. There's promise they will be back, right? That's what that movie sets up. Predators takes it in a different direction, takes it to another planet, and we see the 3 Predators hunting humans, stuff like that, right? Those are the virtual concepts of the first 3 Predator movies. Yes, and this movie, we probably, again, they set you up in the beginning thinking, all right, here we go. It sees McKinnon who's played by Boyd Holbrook, as, we're thinking he's going to be the alpha that's being hunted, and no, that gets thrown off the rails. They're we're going to do our own twist on it. And you're right. Shane Black chooses, and Fred Decker, they were the 2 writers of this film. They choose to do something different. Now, I can give you credit for trying something a little bit different. I'm not upset about that part, but this movie basically chooses to take the lore that was set up in the first, because this movie takes time to acknowledge the first two films,
Yes,
right?
that's the only good thing I can say about it. Is it acknowledged the first two films?
Yeah, and I guess a touch acknowledges predators because they have the predator dogs in this movie too.
Oh yeah, okay, good, good
All right.
point. Good point.
But that's it. But that's really it, right? Like outside of that, and that's fine because for the sake of this story, you don't really need to acknowledge predators too much, right? Because that took place somewhere completely different. Yeah. All right, it's fine. It was it was its own thing. We didn't need to get an explanation or people parachuting in randomly or anything like that. Like we didn't need any of that.
No, not at all.
It would have been kind of funny if it would have been like, hey, we're finding people to drop into parachutes into that random planet. And no.
Right. That would be hysterical. But for what you're saying, but this doesn't build on that. This takes a complete left turn.
Yes.
And I don't mind. I want to make it clear. I don't mind that the Yautja are seeing someone on the autistic spectrum as the evolutionary leap. I have no problem with that. I don't understand why it had to be an annoying kid. Like, why couldn't they have gotten an actor, like an adult actor who is on the spectrum, and that's your action star, and they're still kicking ass, but they happen, and then you see them being able to figure things out differently because their brain works differently. I'd have been all on board with that, but that's not this. This is like the hunter sending his son via the mail? Question mark? The predator outfit or the helmet or whatever, and then his son using it and walking around on Halloween. Like, why? Who is this for?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because that's the first thing that happens in this story. Like we meet McKinnon, the father, Boyd Holbrook's character, Quinn McKinnon. He's a sniper. He's taking down this dude, these drug dealers in Mexico, and then the predator that's supposed to be giving us the predator hunter, predator killer armor. He crash lands, and then he takes his helmet and stuff. And all right, whatever. We saw that a little bit in Predators. Okay, fine. But then yes, his choice to basically go to some dude, mail the gauntlet and helmet as proof because he wants to have proof of this situation, and he mails it home via USPS to his son, right, or to his home. Now, yeah, how did that get through customs? How did that go?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I can't get I can't get a sixth bottle of whiskey out of the country when I'm going to the Philippines, or come back from the Philippines, they confiscate that shit right away. I don't know how that wasn't confiscated. Like it's tantamount to mailing a bomb. Okay,
yeah.
Like if you mail a bomb, they'll catch it. If this is a weapon, I can't mail a loaded gun across the country.
But Jason, it's also weapons that the government's actively looking for.
Yeah, right, exactly. But I guess, the mail, the last place anyone looks. It makes nothing in this movie make sense.
This movie, it's the hand waving that you're expected to do in this movie that happens in this movie. And the matter of convenience in this movie is astounding. It is truly astounding. And the device that's written into this, and at least this is what I felt. I don't know where you felt, but I feel like the choice to make McKinnon's son, right, Rory McKinnon, Jacob Tremblay. All right, he was in some other stuff too. The choice to make him have Asperger's, I felt like it was a device to just be able to accept the hand waving that happens. He basically figures out Yautja technology, no problem. And it's like, oh, yeah, because he has Asperger's, suddenly his brain works differently, so he can figure fucking everything out. Which is ludicrous.
Sorry, but not how Asperger's or autism works. I mean, you could be brilliant. You could be absolutely brilliant and have Asperger's or autism. you're not just looking at alien technology and going, "No, I get this." I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. No one.
Yeah, it's a bizarre, and that's why I really think it was written into this. Like, it's not. Maybe there was some idea of like, hey, we want to be inclusive in a way, but like, no, I think it was just a shortcut to get around plot holes left and right.
Right, because if you want to make it inclusivity, again, make your main character on the spectrum, and he's a badass who also kills people as a sniper, and like give him agency. Like this kid doesn't have agency. You're right. This kid's a tool, a plot device, a tool for the plot device. He's a Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, and it's treat the inclusion of it, and like he gets bullied at school, and they're calling him like Asperger and stuff like that, and the kids are like,
And-
yeah, it's time for an Asperger.
And can I tell you that we need to retire this trope of bully? I'm not saying bullying doesn't happen. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. But these bullies are some like just so psychopath 80s bullies that you get in an 80s movie. And this I just find this trope to be so tired. I mean, look, I was bullied when I was a kid, but like what is this? This is like two murderers. Like, yeah, let's stomp the Asperger. Rah, rah, rah. It's like God, there's being a bully, and then there's being an evil psychopath. And I just think we need to retire this trope that all bullies are just evil psychopaths being mean for the sake of being mean.
Yeah, because there's really no other reason that these two kids are given in this movie to like do what
None.
they're doing to this kid.
None.
And then we get a series of callbacks. And again, where I'm not saying that the first thing I wanted to bring up though was the choice, like the choice to cast Gary Busey's son in this movie as the son of his character from Predator 2. Jake Busey was in this
I didn't
movie.
even catch that he was the son. All right, hey.
Whatever.
Now I have something else I like about this movie. It gave a stronger connection to a movie I actually like, Predator 2. Thanks, movie.
Yeah, they do some stuff with that, and so he gets a basic glorified cameo. He's in like a couple of scenes, and
Right.
pretty much as Doctor, and that's where they go into this whole thing where they have the Predator, the good Predator, the good Yaksha, who was trying to save humanity. He was knocked out, and he's basically in this laboratory, and we get he's being looked at there, and then Casey Brackett, who was Olivia Munn's character, is there to look at him and stuff like that, and they kind of basically want to find out if there's been some sort of, because they find out through checking him out that he's been spliced with like some human DNA, and the first question is, has someone been banging an alien? And that's what she's supposed to decode.
Which I wish that's what this movie was. Not that would be good, but better than what we got. Like, just like, a Predator in a leisure suit, like banging chicks, I mean, hey, look, I'm not saying to be great, but I'd watch it over this.
I mean, Traeger, who's played by Sterling K. Brown, which, by the way, adds to the cast that we get in this film. We get Boyd Holbrook, who I like, Sterling K. Brown, who I like, Olivia Munn in some of the stuff. Like the two movies that we've covered with her in it, unfortunately, are not great. We get this and X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh, I wasn't on that episode. I was not on that episode because I would have defended that movie.
I mean, Olivia Munn as Psylocke was one of the rare positive things I had to say about that film.
No, she was a good Psylocke. Yeah. I mean, look, I liked every single member of this cast, and I still do. But now they got a little stank on them.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you take the paycheck, movie.
I get it. Hey, people, it's gonna be Oliphant has to eat. Was that Oliphant? No, who is the guy with Tourette's?
Oh, it's Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane,
who was the Punisher at one point.
Was the Punisher?
I liked Jane a lot. Yeah,
I used to like him a lot, and now I like him just a little bit less.
He also plays Mickey Mantle in '61, which that's when I was introduced to Thomas Jane.
Okay, I know he's in
fantastic
that.
job. Yeah, him and yeah.
And I guess that's the shame of this movie too, right? Is it's got a good cast, and no one is good in this movie. And look, you tell me Hal Holbrook, whatever this guy's name is,
Boyd Holbrook.
the guy, yeah, Lloyd Holbrook. There you go. You tell me, he's let's say he's bad and everyone else is good, and like, okay, so he just gave a bad performance. But then like Thomas Jane, well, no, that's a terrible fucking character and performance. He, as I said, I hated him. He annoyed me. Like, you can't blame the actors at this point. These are talented people who I don't know what the hell's happening on set, what direction they're being given.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, this movie comes off a lot of, and I do want to get back to the story, but like this movie comes off of like Shane Black thinking he just some of I've liked some of his movies and others I don't, and we will properly review Iron Man 3 again because we did do that in another version of Granny's Peach Tea. But
that was the first episode in when we first started like talking comics on the podcast.
The audio version, yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems to me though, like there are two times where films of his I don't like, where he jumps into franchises and basically tries to completely turn them on their head and brings his Shane Black humor into it, which can work sometimes and not. But in both times, it seems out of place. There's out of place humor. Like this movie tries really, really hard to be funny. Tries really, really hard to be cute, and thinks it's like basically fluffing itself. And my God, does it fucking fail miserably?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I was gonna say this movie gets off on smelling its own shit and thinking it's roses. Like this movie thinks it's doing something really fun with the franchise, but the writing is terrible. Like,
yes.
just looking at the writing alone, it is terrible. Like the whole like you are one beautiful motherfucker. It's like
I was about to get to that. That was the line I wanted to get to, because within a matter of minutes, right? That scene that we're going back to the story, the scene that we're at where the predator, the smaller predator, is getting examined and stuff like that, and eventually murdered by the we'll call apex predator or whoever, the super predator that comes in, and the 11-foot predator comes in, like starts wrecking shop. But when he's on his way out or when he's being inspected, yeah, Olivia Munn's character looks at him and stuff, is like, you are one beautiful motherfucker. And it just comes completely out of nowhere and is so out of place in the scene. And you know what they're doing. It's a cute little twist on, you're a one ugly motherfucker, from the first movie. And then awkwardly
the second,
in the second
or the
movie.
third.
Yes.
Why do we have to keep doing this? No, you're right. They didn't do it in the third.
No. Yeah, that was one of the rare times they didn't.
Yeah.
Crib from the fucking first movie. They did it in 6,000 other ways, but not that way.
6,000 other ways.
They felt that one was too egregious.
You know what my favorite part about Badlands is, in retrospect? No one called the Yautja an ugly motherfucker, a beautiful motherfucker. No one said the word motherfucker in my Predator movie. And it's okay when Arnold does it. Arnold can do what he wants. But come on now, stop it.
But did you also get clocked the also extremely egregious first callback to the first Predator that happens right after that?
Get to the choppers?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I clocked it. It.
It happens right after that.
Right after. Right, get to the choppers, and it's like, why? What? Like Shane Black. Let me tell you something as an audience member. When you remind me of a good movie in your crappy movie, you make me want to turn your movie off and put on the better movie.
Yeah. Well, I will say though, Shane Black got this movie. He was hired because he was in Predator. And because he was brought in, and the only reason he was in Predator was because he was brought in to do some late rewrites to it, but apparently was just adding in the pussy jokes, and that was it.
And that's the one callback we don't get.
No, yeah, we don't really get that, and I wanted to save that because there is a pussy joke in this movie that is basically brought to us by Thomas Jane's character, who is we're told has Tourette's. Okay, Baxley is his name. We're introduced to him and we're told he has Tourette's. And I'm like, okay, he has Tourette's. Let's see what this does. We know why this is in this film. This is simply in this film so you can have a couple of quick jokes in a
unquote.
Yeah, in about a 5 to 10 minute span. And then guess what, Jason? As soon as they're done with that, and he awkwardly says when he sees Olivia Munn, he blurts out about eating pussy, and then it's said, and it's acknowledged by the people, the characters in the scene, and that's the last time we get the Tourette's because we're done with it. Because suddenly it magically goes away in the second half of the film.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, and it wasn't really Tourette's to begin with, because that is not exactly how Tourette's manifests itself. Yes, you do sometimes yell out obscenities that you can't stop, but it's not related to what's going on. It's not like I have Tourette's, I see an attractive woman, I tell her I want to eat her out. It's like, no, because you're actually thinking that. Tourette's is your brain firing off inappropriate things, but Tourette's also comes with tics, and it's very much along the obsessive compulsive strain, which we get none of. So this was not Tourette's. This was just some guy saying he had Tourette's to call out cusses. That's it.
Well, he does do some sort of ticking, and that also vanishes. As soon as all his Tourette's symptoms go away right after that scene, and it never gets acknowledged again. We get a lot of him for the rest of the film.
Unfortunately.
Weird. Yeah. There's and also escaping from that laboratory. We do get the Predator jumping in his van and catches a ride, murders a couple of people, and then when the guy driving goes back to check to see if it's okay, he takes one of the severed limbs that has a thumb up to signal it's okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm having flashbacks. God, I'm having flashbacks, and I had actually forgotten about that. I think my mind was trying to protect me. God, that was the worst. Like, that was the point that I actually actively, quietly, because my son was sleeping next to where I was watching this, said, fuck you, movie. Yeah, the really Predator, just hear me out. The Predator, who just murdered a bunch of people, takes the time to grab an arm that he just cut off to stick out there and get it to give a thumbs up. Now, for one, rigor mortis hasn't set in. How's that thumb staying up? This is a dead limb. Number two, how does the Predator know that the thumbs up sign is the okay? And number three, why doesn't the Predator just murder the driver? Why? Like, I understand none of the logic in this movie.
Yeah, for this movie, whatever you need to happen to get from one scene and to get in a quick joke that you think is funny, it just happens. You just go with it. Go with it. Yeah, you just go with it.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like the dialogue is bad, the action is bad, the Predator stuff is bad. This is a Predator movie. The Predator stuff is terrible. I'll tell you one of the most egregious piece of dialogue for me was when they're, sniff snapping and yip yapping about the history of the Predator. And I guess the bad guy, the guy who's in charge of the government agents who wants to get the Predator is like, we call them, there you go. We call them Predators. Yeah, well, that's stupid. It sounds like they'd be hunters. Yeah, but Predator sounds cooler. It's like, shut up, movie. Fuck you. Who is this for? Wait, did you just watch half a Tarantino movie? Like, that you got to be sniff snapping around? I mean, and I say a half one because clearly you didn't get the full picture. I mean, you're trying to crib Tarantino in a Predator movie, then crib Tarantino talent-wise as well.
Another weird Predator logic thing that happens in this movie is I mentioned that the Predator dogs are back in this film. and the apex predator, super predator, whatever we're calling him, when he's hunting down, right, and he's trying to find the equipment that's missing. Also, he has these two like predator-looking dogs, and they have like the dreads and everything like that. And he sends them out, and then our group of characters, we'll call it, they refer to themselves as the Loonies
The Loonies.
a couple of times. They start shooting at these dogs, and one of them they end up murdering. Right? They kill him, and then the other one just goes on this wild adventure. He gets shot, and then suddenly is a regular dog, like a human type dog, and like it obeys Olivia Munn's character for the rest of the movie. Right?
I forgot that he adopted a dog. Yeah.
And Jason, the things that this predator dog does then is he turns on I guess the Yautja. Then he randomly, when she's in a fight for a second with this military guy, he shows up and just spits out a grenade.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know.
Here, you need a grenade. It's like a video game.
In all fairness, I think the dog was also autistic, and this movie portrays everyone with autism as magic.
Yes, and also he also happens to, for the rest of the film, he goes to the convenience zone because he disappears and reappears constantly for the rest of the film, and only pops up when he's needed. And the story is moving to different parts of the town and everything. But nope, good old predator dog is right there to go along with them, and he just does what you need him to do for movie to happen, for plot to happen. It is so bad.
It's I don't know. Like I have to reevaluate Shane Black movies now.
No, we will.
No, I do still think I'm gonna like Iron Man 3, to be honest with you, and we'll get to it when we get to it. But I do have to reevaluate that. But like also Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Like I'm realizing all the Shane Black movies I like have Robert Downey Jr. in them, and maybe that's why I like them.
That's a possibility. I mean, all right, I will actually. Okay, I brought up his IMDb. We'll get to that in a minute, though. Okay. Save that for the end. And let's see what else we get here. So there's also a scene towards the end of this film where Sterling K. Brown and his team, they get onto the ship, right, of the original of the first Predator, the one that's murdered. And it is that one. And they go in there and they install this translator because they know how to speak Yautja, and they're downloading all the files, right? They somehow have decoded it, and they bring in McKenna's son to cheat code his way straight through that whole thing. And he knows everything about, he just knows everything about everything because, again, Asperger's is the explanation that we're given. And then the translator's there, the apex predator uses it to communicate and translate his stuff to English to speak to them when they are outside of the ship.
I don't know. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Make sure I'm not going crazy with some of this. This is what is what we're expected to buy.
No, Ed, you're not. The craziness was that this movie was made. You're not going crazy. The whole system is crazy that this movie got put out. That this is an installment of the Predator series, which I know the praise must be really good. So I'm just going along with that assumption. Has been mostly positive. Like, I'm sorry, but you watch this movie. Don't tell me you're not pining for Danny Glover or pining for Adrian Brody. Like, how is this a movie? How is this made? How did we give the control of one of the most popular franchises from the 80s to the pussy joke guy? How did we do that? How did we get here as a society, Ed?
Let's see. This was 2018, and I know this movie had a lot of studio interference and stuff like that, and apparently there was some reshoots that were forced. When this movie came out, there was a lot of concern as it got closer because these stories started coming out about like who knows what is this. But my issues with the movie are mainly Shane Black stuff. So I can't act like it was the studio. He had a great movie and the studio ruined it. I'm not going to go with that excuse.
Because the dialogue itself is terrible.
So he directed. Let's see, this doesn't really break it down like that. Well, again, he got this gig because again, the Fox was because this was still 20th Century Fox, right? At this point, this is the last 20th Century Fox movie that came from this franchise. Prey was during the Disney era when it was 20th Century Studios and on.
Okay.
So this was their last-ditch effort to basically revitalize, because remember, we've gotten the first two came out a couple of years from each other. Then years later, it took until 2010 for Predators. And then 8 years later, we get the fourth film in the movie. Seeming like the Predator franchise was like this tough code to crack, right? And also, again, the Predators was met with mixed reception. It did okay at the box office.
Right.
Mixed receptions, so they felt like they had to bring in someone to reinvent it, because that is one thing that this franchise has a lot of, is they bring in a completely new creative team for the most part until recently, until David Trachtenberg, right? Because he's done 3 movies now, which is by far the most anyone's done.
Oh, okay. He did Prey.
He did Prey, Killer of Killers, and Predator Badlands.
Okay. All right. Well, clearly, look.
This is his franchise now. No, this is
his broke, don't fix it. Yeah. And to be honest with you, now that I know that he did Prey, I'm more excited to see it because I really like Badlands.
Yeah, no, the next 2 Predator proper movies that we get that we're going to cover the next 2 weeks are David Trachtenberg ones. So now we're in the current thing. So this is his baby, moving forward. But that's why Shane Black got this gig, was because, again, he was in Predator. They were trying to recapture some of it. We get, the original Predator music mixed into here and there. We get a little jungle stuff to kind of remind you. Lots of callbacks to the original movie to remind you of what you loved. That's what it was.
But, again, I said this to you via text. After watching this, I strongly believe Shane Black has never seen the first Predator. I don't think he knows anything about the Predator franchise, except for, he was maybe given a bio sheet. Because, again, this doesn't feel like a Predator movie at all. You're trying to reinvigorate the franchise to bring Pussy Joke Guy back. Okay, great. I get, fine. He maybe he could have done something good with it, but he didn't. He didn't. It's callbacks and yip yapping and snip snapping and terrible looking CGI, and it's I'm watching it going, geez, man, what? I'm sorry, this movie broke me. This movie broke me.
So he gets well, whatever. Let's finish the movie before we get to Shane Black. All right.
Okay.
So at the end of this movie, they get the equipment, and yes, McKenna is given his. We find out the son is given. He works now for the government. Out of nowhere, you're giving a child the job because, again, he has Asperger's and apparently he's a genius. They employ the child to work for them. He's at his computer and he's working, doing Predator stuff, Yautja stuff. And then they find the tech, and it's this nanotech gauntlet that jumps onto this doctor and gives him this thing where he looks like a Yautja and his machine. And they're like, oh, yes, it says it's called the Predator Killer. Hunter, guess what? We find out earlier in the movie when they take that time to set up the joke that the humans call them the Predator as a nickname. The Yautja do not call themselves the Predators.
No.
So what the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly. So frustrating.
And McKenna says, guess what? I found my new suit, bub. I'm like, wait, what? You are Logan now?
Oh, setting the door up for the sequel, bub. A sequel you're never getting, Shane Black.
And that movie, yes, this will never be acknowledged ever again. any of this
No.
nonsense.
As well, it shouldn't be.
So
Well, it fucking shouldn't be. This was again hard to watch.
it was. And you have a cast of we can go through the cast quickly. I mean, Boyd Holbrook. Okay, you get Keegan Michael Key. Oh yeah, that's right. Jake Tremblay, who was, just to make sure that I'm getting this correctly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I know that name.
Yeah. So, oh shit, I didn't even realize he is actually Damian Wayne. He voices Damian Wayne and Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay, cool.
He is that where? No, I guess it was Wonder that I noticed him from, because I don't think he was in. He was in Doctor Sleep apparently, which I actually have not seen.
I haven't
Oh,
seen that yet either.
he was in Good Boys. That's what I remember him in. That's a comedy that was actually really funny.
Oh! That's like the preteen sex comedy, right? It's not really a sex comedy, but
Yeah, it's kind of like Superbad, but like younger kids.
yeah. That wasn't a bad movie. That had the kid who was using his father's drone. They lost the drone,
Yeah.
and they were trying to for the drugs. Yeah, that was a fun movie. Okay, he was in that. That's where I know him from.
That's where I know him from. So I'm like, this kid looks really familiar, and I couldn't really like place him here. As you mentioned, you get Sterling K. Brown, who is a super talented actor as well. Fun to see Jake Busey in here, which is fine. You also get Thomas Jane, who I like a lot. You know, Olivia Munn's done a lot of good work too as well. And yeah, you also get the kid, the dude from Game of Thrones, who was he was Reek. I always refer to him as Reek.
Reek. Oh yeah, no, that's how else would you refer to him as? He spends most of that show as Reek.
But yeah, you get an amazingly talented cast, and you flush it straight down the fucking toilet.
Oh, flush it completely. And I think what really, outside of the terrible understanding of mental illness, the thing that really got me about the Loonies was they were really trying to like get that Predator mojo. Remember we've been talking about like the first Predator was all about this brotherhood.
Yep.
And it's an allegory for the Vietnam War, and these people, there are stakes with the characters that care about each other. This movie's really trying to do that, but it's also snip snapping and yip yapping and trying to make you laugh while they do it. And it just doesn't work. Like, because you do get the Keegan and
Thomas Jane.
You get them together, and they're like, you know, have a brotherhood, and they mean a lot to each other, and they die together. But like, I hated those characters so much, I didn't care about that. Like, this goes to like we've said in the past that they give us characters that we don't care about, and then we watch them die. I will give this movie this. It gave me characters I absolutely loathed and enjoyed watching die.
Yeah, they're not likable at all, and it's different from, because that was our knock on the like this at this point in the franchise, the goal, like this, like 20th Century Fox just kept on trying to recapture the secret sauce of the first movie, right? Like that was still kind of their thing in a way, right? Like they do, even though Predator 2 tries to do something different, and I've given them kudos for it. I don't love Predator 2. I mean, you like it more than I do. But they give us I give them credit for trying something different, but they still do try to give you the group that you're supposed to care about when they die. And that was one of the things you agreed with me on, that doesn't quite happen in that movie. Like, it doesn't.
Well, no, it does. I don't think it happens in any movie except Predator, to be honest with you.
No, it doesn't, because Predators, they try it again, and they fail miserably again. And in this movie, they try it again, and it fails miserably again.
I think it fails worse than Predators or Predator 2, because Predator 2, it's like, yeah, I don't care about these characters necessarily, but I care about Danny Glover, and I care about the was it Hector Elizondo played his his
Yeah.
lieutenant.
Yeah.
I cared about those two. So it's like, all right, I don't care about anyone but these guys, but I care about these guys, right? And then Badlands, it was kind of the same thing. It's like I completely forgot, not Badlands, Predators. I completely forgot there was certain members of the cast in there, but I liked some of the cast. I thought they were interesting to watch, like the characters. But this I thought was worse because this made me actively dislike these characters. Like I don't like Thomas Jane with like, "Oh, let me eat your pussy," blah 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 blah. I don't find sexually assaulting women with words funny. I just don't, even under the guise of Tourette's. Michael Keegan is so annoying. Like he's so over the top and so annoying, and everything just kind of falls into place for these guys. Like, oh, it's time that we take over the bus and go. All right, done, no problem there. And then you get the kid who's like touched, and that's supposed to be like your Native American character from the first one. It just doesn't. It's. I think you said it before. This movie tries so hard. It tries so hard that it makes it pathetic.
Yeah, because you can see how hard they're trying to be funny, how hard
Right.
they're trying to. They're trying to do. They are trying to do something different here, but it went way too different, while still trying to pepper in, the Remember Predator stuff that gets peppered throughout it.
I will remember you, Predator number 1. Will you remember me, Predator 2?
Yeah, because it does pull it with Predator 2 a lot, also. And that's why I think, starting with Prey, and we'll talk about that movie next week, is now when 20th Century Studios and whoever made the guy in charge of that, because you knew once Disney purchased Fox, it wasn't like, as much as we want to probably at first be like, yay, they got X-Men and Fantastic Four back, cool. There was way more to it.
Yes.
There was so many other properties that they were inheriting, and this and Alien were two of them. They were going to do something with it, and they were like, all right, what were the failings so far, right? Because they were like, we have a fucking franchise in our hands that the previous ownership couldn't do something right with. And I think their main thing was, all right, let's not try to recreate the first film. Let's stop trying that over and over again, and let's do something different with this franchise, right? We'll take the Predator and the Yautja, and we will build around that. And what Prey does smartly, Prey takes it back to human, Predator, Yautja hunting human, but then everything else is different.
I mean, that's awesome.
And that's what I think, again, that's kind of what it needs. And then Badlands went completely different, but fucking worked, because you don't have to keep doing that over and over again. They found a story to tell about the Yautja now without the humans involved. And we waxed poetically about that film a couple weeks ago.
And the important thing is, too, the Yautja are still hunters, right? Like Badlands, though it is a completely different take than we've ever seen before in these movies, it still feels like a Predator movie in a lot of ways. This does not, because Badlands isn't like everything you knew about the Predator. Well, you were wrong. Let me tell you everything that you need to know about this movie. I don't know why Morgan Freeman is narrating, but
no, I did not see that one coming for sure.
You gotta get out of here. The Predator's in charge now. He's got a head in a box. But like that, Badlands is still, the Yautja are hunters. They're tribal, and then they give us a lot more that we've never seen before, which was interesting. But they never go, yeah, and also the hunting is really just to level themselves up, like, which this does, right? Like Badlands still feels like a Predator movie because it still has the basic bones of a Predator movie. The Yautja feel like the Predators of old in that movie, but just now it's a different lens where this doesn't feel like I'm watching a Predator movie. Like if you told me that this was a script, one of those like Hellraiser projects, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because at the end of its career, Hellraiser's like, we're not gonna write anymore, but hey, let's buy that and just shoehorn Pinhead in. We got a Hellraiser movie. If you told me this was a Hellraiser job, where it's like this was like I Come in Peace 2, but we decided to put Predators in it, I'd be like, yeah, I buy that because this doesn't feel like a Predator movie at all.
It's very much feels like a Shane Black movie, and I think that can take us to. I just want to take a minute to talk about Shane Black before we kind of wrap up with this, because I think we've encapsulated this film within the Predator franchise and why it doesn't work on every single level.
Every single fucking level, guys. Every single level. If you think of a level right now that we haven't discussed, and I guarantee it failed in it.
Yeah, it doesn't work for anything. So he's directed 7 films.
Okay.
Something called Play Dirty, which is out now.
Okay, never seen it.
All right, I've not seen that. That is, I heard about this going. Oh, it's with Mark Wahlberg. That's right up your alley.
Yo, bro, I'm a scientist. That's what I need. I need Shane Black directing fucking Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, great. Maybe he should do the next Transformers movie.
Oh, unfortunately, there's something else that's happening with that franchise. That, oh my lord.
No.
Oh, we didn't talk about this, did we?
No, we didn't.
I'll save that for a minute. I want to finish this point.
Okay.
The Predator. The Nice Guys I actually really liked. That was awesome.
Seen it. I haven't seen it, so I can't say. Yeah.
Okay. If you get a chance, check out The Nice Guys, because that movie is awesome. It's with Ryan Gosling and Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah. That might, honestly, there's a chance that might be Shane Black's best movie.
Okay.
I didn't see Edge, which was a TV movie, Iron Man 3, and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
And okay, so I like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Iron Man 3. Those are the only ones I've seen that I've liked of his.
Yeah, I like The Nice Guys. Did I kind of feel like I did not see Kiss Kiss Bang. I didn't see the whole thing. That's what it was. I did not see the entire film.
I'll be honest with you. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is probably one of the reasons Iron Man 3 worked as much as it did for me, because they're very similar in the sense that it's Robert Downey Jr. like catching you up on his latest adventure, except in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, he's like a thief who gets swept up into a Hollywood thing. It's actually real fun. Val Kilmer plays a gay detective. I think he's just called, like, I forget his name, but they call Gay, whatever his name is. Perry, I think, Gay Perry. But he's also like a real tough guy, which I thought I appreciated the representation of that at the time. And I thought it was a clever movie. So I would say, let's do this, Ed. I'm going to check out The Nice Guys. You check out Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And then we'll revisit the conversation of Shane Black when we get to Iron Man 3.
Fair enough. Okay. I'm game for that. Let's do that.
And as a matter of fact, I might watch the rest of them. I might because you said he's only done a handful of movies. I might watch them all before we do Iron Man 3. That way I can really determine if he should be, ever given the keys to any kingdom again.
Oh, apparently he's also got writing credits here on now remember, writing credits could be very loose term. Okay. As we know, he has a writing credit on Predator. And we found that he was just brought in for some late
pussy jokes.
Exactly, and that was pretty much it. Shoot, where the heck did this thing go on IMDb? Okay, hold on. Let me just filter it correctly. Okay, so he wrote The Predator. He wrote The Nice Guys. He did the screenplay for Iron Man 3, screenplay for Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, He did the screenplay for Last Action Hero.
Oh, okay.
He wrote The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, is that Gina Davis?
Yep, yep,
Is that the one where she with Sam Jackson, where she's like
correct.
spy? I kind of really dig that movie.
No, a lot of people do. The Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans.
He wrote The Last Boy Scout.
Yeah, he also wrote The Monster Squad.
Get it.
And he wrote Lethal Weapon.
Wait. Whoa, we got to back up for a second. Because we have to tackle the Lethal Weapon of it in a second. But are you telling me that Shane Black wrote a line that lives rent-free in every male my age, and I know you know where I'm going with this?
Go ahead.
Wolfman's got nards?
Yep. He
Shane
absolutely
Black
did.
wrote Wolfman's got nards?
He absolutely did. Yep.
All right. And then
Lethal
was
Weapon.
the,
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
The original Lethal Weapon is basically what put him on the map, right? Like that's what got him there. Then he
All right.
wrote in the same year Monster Squad and Lethal Weapon. So obviously, that's where he got going there. He has story credits on Lethal Weapon 2, 3, and 4 also.
Okay.
I don't know if he was fully the writer, but he has writing credits on.
No, if he's got story credit, that means like he maybe either gave an early treatment or
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, hell, it might have just been like we used some stuff from the characters that he created in the first script. So it might even be that because the rights issues when it comes to getting story credit or writing credit on screenplays, like as you said, like it's almost meaningless.
Yeah. Now, if you're listed in the credits, you're listed as written by, then that's a totally different story. You are the head writer of this film. So I don't know. Shane Black's a bit all over. I adore the Lethal Weapon movies. I do. Whatever you want to say about Mel Gibson or not. That's what I'm saying. Whatever with Mel Gibson or not, like I love the Lethal Weapon movies. I always will.
None of us knew at the time how problematic Mel Gibson was. No. Now that we do, I can't watch him in new stuff. I don't go out and see his, Passion of the Christ 2, more suffering. I'm not gonna go see that, but I can't help but liking the original Lethal Weapon movies. Those are fun and charming, and he's charming in them, and he's got like a mom perm in that first movie, which is awesome. His hair is awesome in that first movie.
Yeah, and listen, he wrote, I'm too old for this shit, which we went on about in Predator 2.
And that's the thing. He wrote one of the most iconic lines for, I would argue, the better of the two actors. I would argue. I think you would agree with me. I mean, Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, who's the better actor?
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you, though. I don't know. I like, again, all separate things, other things aside, Mel Gibson's got some stuff, man. Like,
he does.
Braveheart, also. I'm not going to act like, I can't act like that didn't happen, The Patriot also. You don't like that movie?
I don't really like historical movies because it always irks me how bad the history is.
I mean, not saying he's winning Academy Awards, but I do love the Mad Max franchise.
Oh no, the Mad Max franchise, like that's actually, it's the Mad Max franchise and Lethal Weapon franchise is what I would like really defend him for. And then Payback. I actually really love the movie Payback.
I've heard you talk about that. I'm not a huge fan, but I feel like you brought this up to me before. Like that's kind of like you're a defender of that.
That I am a defender of that because it's Mel Gibson as a complete scumbag. But I mean, granted, now you can just say, "Oh, it's just being Mel Gibson." But at the time, I didn't know any of that. So watching him break bad, I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad actor, but I do think Danny Glover is the better actor. I think Danny Glover, like, I wouldn't go see like Mel Gibson on Broadway, whereas I would see Danny Glover if he was in something on Broadway because he just has more gravitas as an actor.
I was just going through him. I was scrolling through his IMDb here. Yeah, there's the Mad Max films, Lethal Weapon. I mean, that's mainly what he's known for too. We Were Soldiers is also a great Mel Gibson movie.
Okay, I never saw that one.
Yeah, it's about Vietnam. My father was like a huge fan of
Okay.
that movie. Signs.
Okay.
Signs.
Oh, yeah, I don't love that movie, but he's been in that movie.
Really, that's actually my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie. The Signs.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite one because I saw Unbreakable. I actually saw that after Split.
Oh,
I was
okay.
one of the handful of people on the planet who did not watch Unbreakable, and then once Split, the reveal in there was, oh, this is connected, which that was the thing that made people crazy. I was like, something, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch Unbreakable finally. And I did not love it. I was like, this is okay. I guess for the time, I will acknowledge that, but I thought it was kind of boring. I think Split is the superior movie.
Okay, that's very interesting. It's fun. Now we're getting on.
I hated Glass.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I thought you were disagreeing there.
No. I didn't want to hate Glass, and
I wanted to love it.
I actually liked Glass up to a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's one of those movies that I think shits the bed so bad that it spoils it. Like,
yep.
I liked, like, I would say I enjoyed more of Glass than I didn't enjoy, but I just couldn't get behind that ending. That was so stupid.
Especially, like this dude, Bruce Willis' character, I forgot his name, drowning in a puddle.
Right, because that's his only weakness, water. Which I think that works better in Unbreakable. Whatever, but my M. Night Shyamalan movie is Sixth Sense. It will always be Sixth Sense. I think he peaked way too early. But I think Signs. I like Signs. It's just one of those ones where I'm like, I don't consider it a bad movie. I'm just kind of like, I've seen it once and maybe I need to rewatch.
I think so because I remember seeing that in the theater, and like the crowd being on, like, I remember being like a sold out theater and everyone's like on the edge. Mm-hmm. And then when they look at that TV and you see the alien just in passing, people lost their shit. Like, I didn't even remember, like, because you didn't see the aliens at that point until that quick thing of Joaquin Phoenix watching it on TV. And he's Joaquin Phoenix's character yelling at the TV like, oh. Like, it's I don't know that.
No, that's a cool scene. You're right. Maybe I just need to rewatch it.
I think you should because I'm really surprised you're not more on board with Signs. I thought Signs was really good.
Yeah, I think for me, like, water is the thing that kills us. Like, but you came to a planet that's like 80% water. What are you doing, guys? But fair enough. Maybe I also didn't see it in the theater. I think I had also seen it later. Like, I didn't see it when it first came out, so I might have already seen some of the stinkers already.
Okay. So maybe that's
which it sounds like that's might have what happened with you with Unbreakables. Like, you saw some of the bad ones. Like,
well, no, I just saw Split at that point, so I was actually almost like, oh,
okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't have went back and watched Unbreakable if it wasn't connected to Split. I probably just would have been moved on, and that would have been the end of it. But then, Unbreakable was back on the table, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna make a third movie in this trilogy now." And then he went back to shitting the bed again.
And I would say that if we wanted to, and I'm not saying I do, but if we wanted to, there's a case to be made to do Unbreakable, Split, but then we'd have to do Glass on the show because it is comic book related material.
Oh, it absolutely is on that could definitely be put on the table for sure.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with that at all.
I wouldn't mind actually doing Unbreakable because I actually really like that movie. And I saw that movie and the ending was spoiled for me. And I still enjoyed the movie even though I knew where it was going. So I wouldn't mind doing that. And then I think Split we both agree is a fantastic, probably his best or one of. Not that I think Sixth Sense is best, but I think it's one of his best for sure.
Yeah, I would say somewhere between Sixth Sense, like I said, Signs is my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie, and Split is awesome. There was also he made. I think it was shit. What was the one with Batista?
Oh, Knock at the Cabin. I like that.
That was good. That surprised me because again, when I see M Night Shyamalan now, I'm like, which version?
Yeah.
Which one are we getting?
Right.
And that was good.
Yeah,
I mean, I like that.
That was good. Trap is fun. I wouldn't say Trap is good, but Trap is a lot of fun.
I did see Trap, which I completely forgot about for a minute. I think it was like the ending where that may have lost me. Which is usually the M Night Shyamalan thing.
Usually, yeah. I like everything that happens after he leaves the concert.
Oh, the convenience zone.
Yes.
When he goes in that limo, and somehow gets out. Nope.
Nah, it gets stupid, but it's one of those things that up until that point, I was with that movie. I get that. That's the M Night Shyamalan way. I think you're right. It's like I was with you up until the end, but then you fucked the end up so bad. I hate your movie.
Yeah, because I think it was it? I think it was Trap, where it was like you were waiting for the twist, and then there wasn't a twist. That was the twist.
Right.
That there was no M Night Shyamalan twist. It was
Which
just.
I'm cool with that.
No, and I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
cool with him. Using maybe that against people, where we're all sitting here waiting for it. But then, man, my God, the convenience in that film is insane.
Yes, and it's just a huge vehicle for his daughter because she plays and I liked his daughter in it, but she plays the pop star.
Yeah, it was good to see Josh Hartnett working again with that.
I like Josh.
Yeah,
I think the movie works as well as it does because of Josh Hartnett. Honestly,
yeah, he's really good in that. Yes.
Yeah, he really is. So maybe we should just let's just do a deep dive M Night Shyamalan at some point.
I have a feeling me and you would deeply regret that by the end of that.
I think that would be the biggest roller coaster we ever went on, because it would start off like, oh my God, The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable. We have different feelings. Signs. We have different feelings.
Village.
And then it's like The Village. Oh no, we're going down The Village. At some point, we'd have to do then Airbender, The Last Airbender.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
No. And then the one with Will Smith's kid, which I think is his two worst.
That's what basically ended his kid's acting career.
Yes. And then we get there and be like, oh my God, this is terrible. This is so bad. And then we get Lady in the Water, which is not good, but it's better than those two movies. We're like, okay, all right, we're on an upswing. And then I think at some point we'd be like excited again. We'd get to Trap and that would be fun. And we'd get to Knock at the Cabin. We get to Split. It's like, split. Oh no, glass.
Oh man. That was, he's got an interesting career. He's got a very interesting career.
He really does. Oh God. And then we get to what I feel is his worst movie. I've never seen Last Airbender, but I've seen all of the others. The Happening is fucking awful.
Oh, the trees. Oh, basically it's Mother Nature. Yeah. No.
Oh my! And that dude. Guess who's a scientist in that movie?
Oh, I know who is. So maybe that's where Michael Bay got the idea.
Maybe. Michael Bay's like, I just saw the best movie ever. It's The Happening. We got to get that Wahlberg kid. He's a good scientist.
Really good scientist. By the way, before we wrap, which by the way, thank you for coming to listen to The Predator and getting an M. Night Shyamalan discussion here, which I'm sure was awesome here. I mean, we're having
I didn't want to talk about The Predator anymore. I'm sorry.
No.
The movie broke me, guys.
There was a report that came out, I forgot how long ago now, and I'm shocked we didn't discuss this, was guess who's bringing Michael Bay back to their franchise?
No.
Oh, yes.
No.
That's the rumor.
No.
That's the rumor.
Ed, I will not cover any more Michael Bay Transformers on this podcast. I did tell you that. I did say if the man ever got back into the franchise, I was hard out. You're going to have to get Rick in for those episodes. I'm not watching. I cannot watch another Michael Bay Transformers movie.
I am going to stand by this. I will believe it when I see it. Because I still don't think they have the stones to do that.
I hope I hope they don't. I will
Because-
believe it when I see it, and I hope it never happens.
because that franchise is supposed to be. So, now remember, Paramount is the one who owns the rights to Transformers right now,
Yes.
and they are in flux of, like, they just got sold and stuff like that, and they got new ownership, and they're working on other stuff. So who the heck knows? Because I know they also just announced there's a they were going to do a live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, which was supposed to be rated R,
Oh,
and then
I would.
well, they shot that down, and now they're just going to do they wanted more of a somewhat family friendly, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action, which whatever.
Ooh.
I know I would have
Give
been
me The Last
interested to
Ronin.
see an R-rated Last Ronin, but let's see where that goes. I have a tough time buying that they're going to actually go through with this, bringing Michael Bay back, especially if it's Michael Bay doing the Transformers G.I. Joe that they set up recently.
Oh God, no! He can't.
No.
We can't let him just keep ruining our childhood, people.
Yeah,
This cannot stand.
This cannot stand. Yeah, I will believe it when I see it.
Oh,
I
God.
don't
Yeah,
think
all right.
they're that stupid to bring Michael Bay back.
I hope not. And just know that if they do, I will not cover those movies on this podcast. I'm sorry. You cannot watch any more Michael Bay Transformers movies.
Because I'm like, I don't understand that. You let him do 5 movies, and then you resuscitated the franchise, right? And I know Rise of the Beast didn't crush the box office and everything like that. That's the only reason this is even on the table. I guarantee it, right? But you made Bumblebee and Transformers: Rise of the Beast, and you were on good footing, at least okay footing, for some.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go back and bring back the guy that you acknowledged in a way that needed to reboot the franchise from? How does that make any sense?
Yo, bro, I'm a scientist. Let me explain it to you.
Because
But
he's been
before
a
I do it-
producer. He's been a producer on the other 2 movies, which we know producer credits can be whatever.
That means nothing. I don't know. Only Mark Wahlberg, scientist, can explain it to us, Ed, because it makes no sense.
No, it does not. But, all right. Well, let's wrap it up then. That wraps it up for us then this week. Thanks you, as always, for tuning in. You checked us out on the Facebook live stream. Be sure to check out Granny's PhD's Facebook group, where a bunch of stories and Michael Bay stories and other stuff get shared, and memes and God knows what gets shared on there. It's a lot of fun, so come check us out there. Check out popculturepros.com. Because that's who we are presented by. If you're checking us out on YouTube, subscribe to Pop Culture Pros and wherever you found your audio-only podcast. Jason and I will be back next week as the hunt will continue. And now we get into the David Trachtenberg era of the franchise with Prey, which was a film that's universally loved by just about every Predator fan I have spoken to. So we get to rebound, Jason, from these last 2 weeks.
I'm excited for the reset, man. And now that I've discussed this movie, I'm giving my brain full permission to flush it. Every single memory of this god-awful experience will be gone by next week when I am talking about a movie I think I will like.
Yeah, I'm excited today. I'm excited for this. So, all right. So we'll see you next week then. Peace.
Take care.